Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. Does that sound all right to you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay. It just sounds a bit distorted to me.
Is it?
Anyway.
Is it the volume?
I don't know. Have a look. Oh, does that sound better?
Yeah, sounds better.
Okay. All right. Testicles, 1, 2, testing. Right then. Nice to have you back on, John. How are you doing?
Very, very well. Very well. Yourself?
All right. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right, mate. All right, let's just go straight in then. Is Ben Davidson the new company man?
He's doing all the rounds, isn't he?
Annoying me.
Yeah. I saw him doing some pad work with Haley last week. So he's getting around, he's getting his name out there. Yeah. He's putting in some words, so God knows what he's doing. I think, I could see him working with some American fighters soon.
Is it right that Ben Davidson phoned Chelsea manager last night and told him what substitute put on at end?
What they got?
Is it right Ben Davidson phoned Chelsea up last night and told them what substitutes to put on at end?
I can't believe it. What is going on with Ben Davidson?
I don't know, mate.
There's a new superstar, yeah?
Yeah, it's something, isn't he? He's a new breed of company man.
Yeah. Just getting his face out there, just getting his name out there. He's trying to get involved with everything.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to be involved with people like Tyson Fury, Billy Joe Saunders, Josh Taylor, Devin Haney. All got one thing in common. All undefeated world champions. Yeah. Okay. Devin Haney against Linares. What did you think about it?
Good fight. Devin took him to school. Utilized his jabs. Fought really well. You could tell he's a good pedigree.
Yeah.
Fought really well. You could tell he's picked up a few things from Mayweather. His movement, his feints. He's really, really good fighter. I was really pleased. I love seeing fighters that use their jab, angles, their movement, feet movement, not to use the ring. No, I really like him. I think he's a good. He's going to do a lot more.
Yeah. Do you feel that he's had a world title gifted him? So he got it by email though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but he's proven himself.
Yeah.
And last night you saw what he did. He took Linares to school, just outboxed him, everything.
Do you feel it was an evenly matched fight before it started?
No. What do you think?
Well, it was 16-1 on Haney.
16-1?
Yeah, 16. You put £16 on Haney yesterday. You win £1 on top.
Wow.
So how can that be an headliner?
That's true.
In a world title fight.
That's true. Yeah. I see it too, I mean.
So, okay. How many world champions has Eddie Hearn had from debut that never went to the Olympics or were not Team GB?
He's had quite a few.
Can you name any?
That's never, say again, that's never been to the Olympics.
Or the Team GB set up at Sheffield over here.
I can't name any, you know.
No, because there ain't any, is there?
Mm. You know what? Ben Davidson reminds me of Eddie Hearn. They know how to get their faces out there, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Don't be surprised if he gets, in a few years' time, don't be surprised if he gets into promoting.
Well, look at it like this, right? This is
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
This is how you've got to look at it. That EIS up there is a conveyor belt of talent. And he's got the first pick. Is that fair?
No.
No.
Nah. But who's behind him? There's a lot of confidence there.
Well, he's got
Who's
McCracken. Well, Robert McCracken is on record, and Tony Sims saying they won't work with Frank Warren. So they're matchroom men, aren't they? Is that good? Is that good for the sport?
Nah.
There you go.
Again, this is what kills boxing: the bullshit, the politics.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, wherever there's money, there's going to be politics.
And there's only me ripping it up from inside. Other people have jumped on the Porky Express with their own YouTube channels. Good luck to them. I started it all.
Yeah.
Right, give me your top 5 pundits from the UK. Do you know your speakers in your house? Are they too near to the computer? Because it's repeating what I'm saying.
Oh, it's on Bluetooth.
You've got it on Bluetooth, right?
Yeah, but I could put it on louder because
if you could, I'd be grateful.
Yeah, that could be annoying if you get feedback.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, bear with me 2 secs. Let me see if I can get. Let me use this instead. See how it works. Is it better?
I think that's a little bit better, John. Yeah. Thank you. I think we had this problem last time, didn't we?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I think it might be the Bluetooth.
Yeah. Okay. Can you give me your top 5 pundits in the UK, boxing pundits, please?
In the UK?
Yeah.
There's quite a few. I can't remember their names, you know. I know your mate is always on it. What's his name? What's his name now?
Spencer Oliver.
No. He does the UFC as well.
Gareth Anil Davis.
Yes. Again, Gareth, Ben, Eddie. All con men.
Yeah, confidence tricksters. You see, the thing is, John, if you can befriend certain people with certain platforms, you can move your way forward in the sport of boxing. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely. And they both come across very well. Yeah. Sorry, all 3 of them come across very well.
In front of the camera, yeah.
Yeah. They know how to sell themselves. Yeah. They articulate themselves very well. And that's how they can manage to maneuver certain things. Yeah. They can manage to network. They can manage to get around things. You know what? And there's nothing wrong with networking. There's nothing wrong with progressing. I guess it's the way you do it. But there's nothing wrong with, progression. Yeah.
So who's your top 5 pundits then in the sport of boxing in the UK?
In the UK, Who do I really? I can't think of any, but
your mind gone blank again?
It just went blank, yeah.
Is it that because 99% of them are just major hula hoopers?
Absolutely. You know what? You know what made me laugh though? Remember when Chris Eubank fought? I can't remember who he fought, and plus Nassim came on.
Yeah.
And it was a pundit. See, we love that because he just said it as it is.
Well, Prince Nazim's like Carl Froch, multi-millionaire. They don't care what people think.
Yeah.
Bit like Roy Keane, he's not bothered, is he?
He's not bothered. Yeah. They're not trying to get any favors. They just say it as it is, and it's so raw and it's so down to the truth that people love it, but the TV don't love it because they want it. It's too rough around the edges. When Prince Nassim said what he said, everyone was shocked.
Never going to have him back though.
Back again, yeah. It's too raw, unpredictable. He could say anything. TVs don't like that.
Some years ago, Clinton Woods were a pundit on Sky, and it were live from the studio, and it was a fight in another country. You know, one of them late night ones where the British guys are in the studio, and the fights in America, and Clinton were giving an opinion. He was on the undercard to the main event, and Sky said, "Oh, you can't say that." Clinton said, "Well, why? I'm here to give an opinion as the IBF World Heavyweight Champion, live heavyweight champion of the world." I mean, Clinton Woods held that belt for over 3 years. How many world champions have we had in this country that have held a belt over 3 years? That many, is there? So, and Clinton's there for his expertise, and Sky, oh, you can't say that. Well, why? Well, why? He shouldn't be in with him. It's a bad matchup. What's going on here? Oh, you can't say that. Well, I thought I'm here for expert analysis. I'm like heavyweight champion at World IBF. This is what you've got now. Narratives. This is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm on the case. People might not like it. They might say you're like a broken record, but sooner or later, keep chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. You break into egg, don't you? You know what I mean? You get in.
I think people secretly like it because you're telling the truth. It's just
it
is how it is how it is, and sometimes when things are so raw, people can't take it very well. Yeah. But what about John Fury then, as a pundit?
John Fury, well, he's got to be the worst pundit ever. 8-4-1. He's only a pundit on his own kid, isn't he? Let's have it right. 8-4-1. Right. He's got the worst ever boxing record to ever be given a pundit job. Am I right? Who do you know who's got a worse record than John Fury? 8-4-1 and one stoppage. Who's now the flagship bearer for BT Sport doing alt views. He's doing views because the man's car crash. They keep geeing him up. Sooner or later, they're going to push wrong buttons in him, and he's going to explode, isn't he? But I don't believe a word the man says. We'll come to John Fury now while you just mentioned him. John Fury says he's Mr. Honourable and Tyson's honourable and all that. They signed that trilogy fight in the fall of 2019. Am I right? Signed it September. So they fought February 2020. So they knew there were going to be a trilogy. So why were they even in talks for a Joshua fight when they're honourable travelling men that are going to honour what they've signed? Why were they even in talks to fight Joshua for 11 months and signing Joshua fights when they're honourable and they've got a third fight with Wilder? What were all that about? Well, did they do it to delay Eddie Hearn and jerk him about? Or what? Or doesn't he want that Wilder rematch because he didn't want the Vladimir rematch? I don't know. If it goes ahead, I'll be surprised. But if it does go ahead, Tyson beats him comfortably for me. But now you've got John coming out saying, oh, it's a 50-50 and all that. Because they've got to sell it. John can't go to America, right? He knows that. So he's gonna do damage. Let me just turn this off. He's gonna do damage. He's going to do as much PR as he can to help that show from the UK. So get ready for him to wheel John Fury out a few more times. Do you think he's going to come out and slag his own son? Travellers don't do that. They don't wash the dirty linen in public. He's having a go at his team and all that. All his team and all that will know that they need to sell the fight to get pay-per-views. Do they think we're crazy? Wilder won 2 rounds out of 19. John's already said, It's leaving money on the table if we don't fight him again. It's an easy win. And it is an easy win. But all these people are now buying into this 50-50. You get a few videos of Wilder on social media, on pads with a new trainer, new style and all that. Look, it's a bit late in day to teach him anything, isn't it, Wilder, at the end of the day? He's a one-trick pony. He's got one punch. That's it. Tyson weren't fit enough to start at wave it in the first fight. In the second one, he got his momentum back and he smashed him up. And he'll smash him up again. So, but... John, don't be trying to convince me or boxing fans that it's a 50-50. You're a heavyweight champion of lying, John. See how good they are at lying. He's amazing liars, aren't they? 7 million to charity, and every now and then, once they get into a sticky situation, they wheel mental health card out, don't they? What can anybody say to that? Well, then only me can say, oh, I'm not buying any of that mental health rubbish. It's a load of rubbish. Load of rubbish. I'm not buying into it. People can't keep wheeling mental health out when they're backed into a corner.
I agree with you, yeah.
Everything. He's a man of his word, John Fury said. I'm a man of his word and all honourable. Fight Mickey Theo then if you're a man of your word, John, because he still wants the fight. Fight him. Don't chat nonsense. Fight him. Big man of your word. Big fighting man that don't fight. So,
But do you think Fury will beat Wilder? Third fight.
Yeah, comfortably. I mean, come on. He beats him in every department except power.
Yeah, I agree with you. My question here is, is he mentally okay? Is he...
Yeah, he will be a beater.
Is he mentally ready? Sorry, is he mentally ready to fight?
I saw Tyson spar Joe Joyce when he was 28 stone and he couldn't move. He was stood in middle of the ring at Peter Fury's. I stood and watched with my friend Frank. Stood in middle of that ring, asked Sam Jones, stood in middle of that ring, and he controlled that spar and the DeBar one, and he never had no legs. He was that fat, and they couldn't lay a glove on him. That's a true story. Ask Peter Fury, Sam Jones, any of them, Martin Bowers, a lot of them. They couldn't lay a glove on Tyson. He was fat as a pig Michelin man. They couldn't hit him then. So they're saying he's lost 10 stone. And how's Wilder going to hit him? He's no technician, is he? Wilder's not as good as Joyce and Dubois. Wilder is a one-trick pony. It's a good trick, though, isn't it? But if he don't,
very powerful trick.
If he don't land that right hand, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Yeah. You know what? I've got a funny feeling that it might surprise everyone. He might. He's been keeping.
Why? Because you've been watching John Fury's interview and saying he's worried about it all. He's only he's just blowing steam off. John knows he can't. No. John knows he can't go to America, right? Yeah. So he's the character mode that he's gone into now is right. He's not happy with everybody around him and all that. So everybody buys into it all, and you get all these gimps from Gimpville Island on comment section on BT Sport YouTube. They all buy into it. And now the fight becomes bigger. It's lying. That's what it is, mate. Lying. Wilder's not got a cat in hell's chance of winning that fight. It's another Billy Joe Canelo. It'd be a massacre. A massacre. Yeah, come on. Have you ever seen Tyson's sublime? His footwork is sublime, mate. You don't get hit. You don't get hit, mate.
I agree. I just think that he might get a bit complacent. That's my thing.
No, he'd be in camp now, Tyson. He's not listening. Let me tell you this. When Tyson's in that gym, he puts the work in. He's a grafter. Champions put the work in. I'm not his biggest fan at the moment, but he puts the work in. Champions put the work in. Savannah Marshall puts the work in. Robin Reed, Clinton, Woods, Froch. Champions have something inside them. World champions have something inside them. It's something that sets them apart from the British champions. I agree. The British champions... They don't want to finish a session. They don't want to do the full session. They'll finish at 50 minutes. The world champions, they'll do the hour, then they'll do a little bit more, then a cool down. That's the difference. See it with my own eyes. Trainers like Joe Gallagher see it. Peter Fury, they see it. They say Peter's thrown many a person out of that gym for not getting stuck in. He only wants to train world champions. You've got to have that champions mentality, and a lot of people.
Don't you think Wilder has?
I think he's got a champion's mentality, but I don't think his skill level's as good as Tyson's.
I agree.
I think, and if you put all the information into a computer, you put Wilder's information in and Tyson's information, and you got 2 printouts, and then you added all the scores up for footwork, bravery, mentality, left jab, IQ. Right, put everything in, power, whatever, speed, everything. Wilder only beats him in one thing, doesn't he? And maybe equals him on bravery, because Wilder's brave. Like Tyson, he'll carry on till death. Wilder beats him on power. Other than that, you take that away, he's a lame duck, isn't he? He's a lame duck. Lame duck. So, but don't tell me it's a 50-50, John, please.
No, it's not 50-50, but I just think there's a slight chance that Wilder could do it this time. I just think that Tyson, I'm not sure where he is mentally. Obviously, he wanted the Joshua fight. I think the Joshua fight, he wants to fight. That's a fight that he wants. With a Wilder fight, I don't think he's hungry for that fight. And that's what I'm trying to say here. It's just that hunger. The hunger, that's what makes the difference in fight sometimes. Well, if you're not hungry and the other guy's more hungry than you.
Well, if Tyson beats him, I've got 400 quid to come off Mickey Theo, and Mick, I will collect this one. There's no more double or quits. Not when there's 400 quid at stake. Well,
Mickey's right. Fury's Wilder's gonna do him.
Nah, are you going with Wilder as well?
Yeah, I think Wilder's gonna do him. I don't think he's hungry enough for this fight. I think he's really hungry for the Joshua fight. And sometimes when fighters go in, not as hungry as the first time.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think it's gonna happen in July anyway. I think something's gonna happen, either an injury, and it's going to get pushed to September.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much of a short notice.
Yeah.
It's too much of a rush. It's too short. What, July? We're in June now, next, you know what I mean?
June on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. And Wilder's been training. He's been keeping in shape.
Yeah.
You know, because Porky, you got to remember this. The older you get, the slower you start to get. And a lot of fighters that moved around in their prime, as they get older, they start to become really stationary, and that's how they get knocked out.
Yeah. So
Fury, age could catch up on him as well. How old is he now?
33, is he? 33 this year.
Okay, still very young. Okay. But, you know, as you get older, you start to slow down, and, you know, so anything could happen.
Okay. Who do you think I should pick for Weapon of the Week tomorrow?
Weapon of the Week, Ben Davidson.
No, he just won it last week and week before, I think, can he?
He could be three in a row.
Ben Davidson hat-trick. That'll look like I'm picking on little boxer-sized Ben, won't it? 'Cause he's a little,
Ben Davidson.
He's a little cutie, and Ben, I just want to squeeze your cheek. It's not his fault he looks like a schoolboy, is it?
No. What do you think about the Logan signing to Showtime?
Logan?
Paul Logan.
Logan Paul?
Logan, yeah.
Listen, mate, I just want somebody to go fill him in. Fill him in, but don't kill him. Fill him in and send him packing. He's a gimp from Gimpville Island.
It's a big disrespect, though, isn't it?
He's killing the sport of boxing, yeah.
It's a big look. I'm up for anyone making money, but all those grafters, all those young fighters are just grafting their way in the gym just because they haven't got social, they haven't got a lot of following. They don't get a saying. Yeah. They don't get a looking. Big disrespect.
I see where you're coming from, but when you've got,
I know it's about the money.
It's about money, innit? And which one's fighting Mayweather? Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, yeah.
Jesus, they can't help themselves, can they?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't blame them. It's all about the bottom line. It's all about boxing. It's about money. It's business. It's business.
Yeah,
it's about money.
Yeah. So if I don't pick Ben Davidson for Weapon at Week, although he is a weapon, a full-time weapon, fully blown weapon. Who else do you think I should pick tomorrow when I film it? Oh,
I'm just thinking. John Fury? No.
Gareth, yeah, John. Can't everybody will say, okay, you're picking on Big John. He's okay. He tells it straight. He's a man of honour. His word is made of oak.
No response from him yet? Regarding the fight with Mickey?
No, and again, he's not going to come back and fight Mickey. Look, he shot his mouth off and he's crawled under his stone, hasn't he? John Fury, he's still running, he's still hiding. You shot your mouth off and then you crawled away. Basically, all he's done is shown travelling people up, hasn't he? Because I speak to him every day and they're embarrassed about him. Embarrassing, mate. When have you ever known a travelling man not to turn up for his battles? Come on. It's an embarrassment. He's not bothered, though. Money's his god now, isn't it? Well,
I'm surprised he hasn't responded back, though.
John, turn up. Promise me you'll turn up. End of, bum. Right.
Savannah
Marshall.
And Shields.
Yeah, I think that's a good fight if they can get that going. I want to see Savannah do well. She's already set up for life, but I'd like to see her beat Clarissa. She's beat her once, and I said, do you think you'll beat her? She goes, just watch, you'll see. She doesn't shout off her mouth. She's quietly confident. She's very, very quiet. She has like a switch that turns on when she gets in ring, because it's really weird, actually, because when she's outside at ring, she's quite gentle and that, but she has a switch, and she'd just be too much for Shields.
Sure.
She's taller than her. She'll be bigger on the night after weighing in and rehydrated. She's got a longer reach and she hits harder than her. Maybe she might not be as skillful as her, but I don't think that her skills are that less than Clarissa's. And to be honest with you, I think she's probably got more to her game in the pro ranks than Clarissa. Clarissa's a bit more flashier, isn't she, with her style? But I think Savannah, everything she does is an 8, 9, 10 in every department.
Yeah, really
10,
sharp.
10 for power, 10 for reach, probably 9 for movement, and probably, I don't know, 9 for speed. And that, if you want to see her sprinting, you want to see her lifting, man. She's like Superwoman.
But as you said earlier, elite athletes, this is what they do.
Yeah. And you know what? She needs that signature fight now, that elite win.
Yeah.
It's no good knocking out these school dinner ladies that they're serving up for, because that's all there is for them to fight, isn't there, really? There's no other fight in the women's boxing that I'm interested in other than Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor, and Clarissa Shields, and Savannah Marshall. Other than that, they might as well fold women's boxing like a deck chair, because no other fights excite me. I don't want to see Shannon Courtney and Rachel Ball again. Be like two women fighting in Witherspoons on a Friday night over who's going to sit next to Porky. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be a good fight, though.
Yeah, fantastic fight, I think. Fantastic, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, very interesting situation for Savannah if she can get that fight. And I'm not saying it's going to be pay-per-view, because it ain't, but in current climate, you'd like to think it'd be a chief support on a pay-per-view, wouldn't you? And that they get well paid. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if they could have put Joshua and Fury on, you'd have thought Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields would be the women's fight, wouldn't you? Because that's what I was hearing, was talked about. Savannah and Clarissa will be the top female fight, and they were going to have a Katie Taylor one on there as well. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. But I hope she gets it, and I hope she does well. I like her.
Yeah. No, it'd be an amazing fight. What about Usyk and Joshua? What's going on there?
I think Usyk's going to end up fighting Joe Joyce for the belt. I see Anthony Joshua vacating before this time next week. I agree. I see him vacating. So,
really? Well, I see it as well.
Yeah, I called it though, didn't I? And everybody said, Bookie, you're a hater. And other people said, Bookie, please don't leave YouTube. But what? You don't know what to say, do you, John Arthur? I'm a crank, aren't I? I'm a full-time straight crank. Have you got a bird, John?
Oh?
You got a bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, lad. Where is she recovering? Hey. Okay then. What else would you like to talk about? Billy Joe Saunders not coming out and doing an interview 22 days later. Billy, where are you? MIA, missing in action. Where's Billy? He's usually got plenty to say for himself, hasn't he? Where's Tony Bellew, the disappearing man? Oh my God, he's disappeared. Where's Matthew Macklin? You've not said anything, have you? Johnny Nelson, all these people, all these MTK bumlicks. Nobody's said a word, have they? Nobody's said a word, have they? Nobody dare say the truth, dare they? Anybody else? They're all doing sermons, aren't they? Daniel Dubois, we had 57 sermons.
Wow.
Billy Joe Saunders, nobody said a word. They were wheeling out Anthony Ogogo to talk about eye injuries day after on IFL. Come on. You're talking to me. You're talking to Big P. Think I'm a lollipop? Everybody's pissing the pants now watching this because I've got all your attention, haven't I? Yes, that's right. All of you are all watching, aren't you? Got everybody's attention in boxing industry. They all know that they don't want to be on this channel. Oh, I hope I don't get a mention. They're saying to the wives. The wives are saying, I hope you don't, because you're full of shit. If you've had a mention on it, you should feel proud because you're relevant. We just don't put up with. We don't put up with.
So Johnny Nelson hasn't said anything yet.
Johnny Nelson, the great entertainer, the only man in the world to throw a jab going backwards. Johnny, that's not a jab. It's called reaching when you do that. That's called reaching. When you throw a jab, Johnny, you're supposed to put something into it, not going back like that. Have you ever seen Johnny Nelson fight? Do you know when I saw him fight? I saw him fight Carlos de Leon, right? And the last person to be smuggled out of a big area with a lot of people with a blanket on his head, well, Peter Sutcliffe, Yorkshire Ripper, when they caught him in Sheffield. Well, the last person since him is Johnny Nelson. You had to smuggle him out of the arena with a blanket on him. Well, all beer were raining down on him. If you thought Marvin Hagler Minter were bad, you should have seen that. Johnny Nelson. He not only stumped Sheffield out, he stumped the whole county out. He was the original Stinkinator. Ain't that right, Johnny? You know, Johnny. You know. When I see you, I'm going to squeeze your cheeks as well, Johnny.
Did you rate him as a fighter?
Actually, I liked him because when I were in Lindholm prison, me and my cellmate, Big Daddy, we were sat waiting to see if we were going to be drawn out of hat to spar because they set a ring up. Pete Bell set a ring up in prison. And everybody paid £2, and Johnny Nelson were one of them who came, and they drew your names out of hat. We didn't get drawn out, but Johnny were there, and he sparred a Welsh kid who done a little bit actually. To be honest with you, I thought Johnny lost the spar actually. I think that were Christmas 95, that was. Christmas 95, that was. So that'd have been 25, 26 years ago. Ryan Rhodes were there. Ryan Rhodes, okay. He had a bit of hair then. He was star act on night. Nazim didn't turn up. They turned up in an old Postman Pat wagon, I think. Some big old
really?
Wagon. Brendan Ingle had this big old van thing. I remember seeing it come through prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's first. That was my first time I'd ever seen an exhibition like that. But as regards Johnny Nelson, oh my God, I've seen him box before, but like I said, the De Leon fight was shocking, mate. Was shocking, and you'd have thought he would have apologised, but no, yeah. I think Johnny, when he came to prison, was he might have been a British champion and maybe a European champion. I don't know. I know he had a British, but he'd been in loads of stinkers, and but he worked at his craft, innit? And he managed to find a way to get to where he wanted to be. So I always have respect for him, but I'll never forget the De Leon fight because it was shocking. Like, do you know what I mean?
Really that bad? I need to go
and watch it. Johnny Nelson versus Carlos De Leon, cruiserweight title when it was £190. He stunk boxing out. They say Joseph Parker's the Stinkinator. Well, Johnny Nelson was the original Stinkinator. He made Joe Bugner look exciting.
What, Audrey Harrison as well? Worse than Audrey Harrison?
Audrey Harrison's like Mickey Ward and Gatti rolled into one outside of Johnny the Entertainer Nelson.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, well, listen, this is how I look at it, right? Sometimes when you go out with your mates and you get pissed up or you get stoned, they all go, let's go back to pokies and we'll watch Ward Gatti, Froch Kessler, Froch Pascal, Jermaine Taylor Froch, or loads of great fights. Nobody ever says, let's go back to pokies and watch Johnny Nelson compilation video. You don't run home to watch a Johnny Nelson fight. You go home to watch fighters who fight in the pocket, don't you? You know, like Josh Whale.
Hagler, yeah.
You want entertaining fight. You don't go to watch that horrible Ingle style that they keep calling it Ingle. Why would you want to call that a style? The Johnny Nelson style, running backwards. So that about, what is it? Why are the limbo dancers up there? Hey?
It worked at a certain level, though. It didn't work for them.
It did what?
It did work for them.
It worked for who? It worked for Johnny Nelson, and it didn't work for Bomber Graham because he kept getting knocked out. So, and it was the Bomber Graham style. But who else did it work for up there? Kell Brook, he never did that style. He had his own style. Naz had his own style. So Johnny Nelson stunk arenas out. And who did Johnny Nelson beat? He had all them record defences. Can you tell me any of them defences? Tell me two of them defences who were any good. Go on, tell me two.
I can't even, honestly. Johnny Nelson, he had a title, didn't he? WBO.
WBO, yeah. Warren Boxing Organisation, it stood.
Yeah.
But can you tell me just two of them names on that record? I'll tell you.
Right.
Johnny Nelson, let me tell you this. Had 14 world title wins or 14 defences, right? So that's 15 world title wins. Carl Thompson and Ezra Sellers and two others, I think. He had wins over 4 world champions out of 15 title fights. So who were the other 11? Who were the other 11? If 4 of them were like former champions or champions like Carl Thompson, worst stoppage ever, who was the other 11? Nobody can say because they're all like journeymen that were bumped up rankings. It was just an angle to keep hold of the belt. Because Naz were carrying the gym, wasn't he? He was the WBO man and Johnny were undercard man. Let's get with program here and tell it straight. Johnny Nelson bluffed it and blagged it all the way, mate. Let's have it right. Johnny, you know I'm talking sense. But he's a genius. He's like John Fury and Bellew. These people are geniuses. But don't talk to me about Spencer Fearon. Don't talk to me putting Johnny Nelson above Holyfield and above David Hay as one of the greatest ever cruiserweights. Spencer, don't do that to me, Spencer, please. Don't put Johnny Nelson above them guys, please.
No way. What?
Yeah, Spencer Fearon, you know Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Malcolm X has got Johnny Nelson. He's got Johnny up there as an all-time great in cruiserweight. Spencer must be trying to get back on the Sky, you know, coming out with hula hoop.
I can't believe I'm hearing. They put it before Holyfield.
That's hula hooping, isn't it? On a massive scale. Spencer, go and get help. Go speak to Dr. Ferdy Pacheco, Ali's doctor. Jesus Christ, Spencer Fearon. I'm going to pray for you, Spencer. But, okie dokie then. Well, we've had a bit of a laugh, haven't we, John? We've had a gig.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to watch the fight, the Johnny Nelson one, the stinker one.
Go watch it now. Johnny Nelson against Carlos De Leon, mate. If you ever feel depressed about your life, watch that, and you'll feel a lot better about your own life. All right, my friend.
No worries, Porky.
You take care. Peace out. Keep on trucking.
Cheers, mate. Bye. No worries, mate. Bye.
Nice bit of rinsing there. Every now and then I feel like I just have to rinse Johnny. Of course I can. Because what's he going to do to me? What are any of these on here going to do to me? There's talkers and the smoky bacon walkers. All right. Peace out.